heroes that can scale late, so we might just see Tomato doing what he does best and farming creeps. You know, we'll see what the game plan is going to be here from TSM as we jump into game number 2 here. We're almost halfway through the day as Execration grab their first win of the tournament and tie up their score here with TSM. So this is a big game for both of these teams.
Yeah. If Execration finds that full win, it gives them, again, a glimmer of hope to ride into that 5th to 6th position and stay in the tournament. But it's still a rocky road ahead, even off the back of this. TSM getting a draw here as well theoretically keeps them in. So it's important for both sides to find this win. This is almost determining. Like, if it's a full 2-0 for Execration, chances are for TSM, it's going to be a rocky road to try to climb up now. And for Execration, if they just get a draw here, then you might be just very close to saying goodbye to staying in the major at all.
Yeah, it's very true. All right, we'll see how this ends up starting out. We're going to see a potential fight here for the bottom rooms. Whitemon, he's invis. They do have good vision here, and with that Orb of Venom and the Blood Grenades, a little bit scary to play into, so... Well, they're actually going to go ahead and get started here on the Shanks. He's got that Sticky Bomb level 1, so no way to blast off to get away, and First Blood goes to Tomato as he snipes him with the dead shot. Brawl pings him, he's like, bro, come on. See, Brawl's queued up a bottle.
Yeah, that's a little bit interesting from the mid, Ricky. It feels like you kind of just play with your stand, you play with outplays, right? Dodging out the swash, dodging out the shield crash with your tricks. Still, can't see you maybe just looking to really be aggressive with a Blink Strike. Maybe looking for, I don't know, spamming out the spells a little bit more frequently than you'd expect. So we'll see. I think, again, that lane gets pretty exciting by level 3 for the first few levels. Pango can just kind of hold its own. Wave clear is much more consistent with the crash. And with a swash, Brawl just has to kind of time with the Blink Strikes. And level 1, the restore time is pretty long.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you see Ricky's, you rush the Meteor Hammer just so that you can actually apply pressure into the tower, but you also just have no ability to farm without it. That is the main problem with Ricky as a concept, is without Meteor Hammer, you don't farm. So I'm gonna be shocked if he goes for the bot. It looks like he's queued up a Wraith Band, but he's going double Wraith Band. Okay, I like this a little bit better. He's just going to pick up some early stats, be able to just try and do what damage he can, CS effectively here against the Pangolier. And that bonus armor is going to go a long way against eventually having Lucky Shot as well. So
it keeps seeing that lane a lot better. Again, the bottle probably not necessary at all. So taking a look at the other lanes, Tino and that Doom with Shanks on the techies. This is the lane that can get explosive with levels. You can kind of jump onto Tomato. But I'm dealing with a Bounty Hunter in lane. It can be annoying. You don't have the Sentry Plant just yet as well. From Shanks, he only has the Dust. So, kind of have to watch yourself. Carlos starts off down here as well. We'll just TP back up top. Deadshot does not connect. He gets to reconnect with Palos there. Very close to kind of disrupting it, but it does feel like for the Doom techies, if you don't manage to shut down Tomato early on, if he gets that timing into the Maelstrom, like, the farm just ramps it so quick. Yeah. And he can be aggressive, so it is important for Tino to actually start finding these opportunities to line up with that blast off onto Tomato here.
And he just got both ranged and eyes. That's pretty good. I mean, CS-wise, the Doom's struggling a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, he's going to have a Vanguard relatively soon, and of course he has Devour, so it's not all that bad here for Tino here on the Doom. Whitemon will grab the first Lotus. And then, you know, just go back into the lane. Sure. They did rotate once again here on Carlos. He comes bottom. The Glimpse will pull him right back into Calling, trying to keep Tomato alive, but they will dive him under the tower, and that will be a kill. Tino in some trouble as well, as that Blood Grenade slowing him up quite a bit, as Whitemon continuing to chase him. Will be able to stun him up there with the Shadow Walk. Needs a couple more auto attacks. Will he be able to get it? Ooh. It looks like he will. He is fast, man. Oh, no, the tower armor.
Not enough. Oh, man. On edge. But you might be... Oh, Tino. Almost stood in front of that dead shot. That would have been super funny. Still, surviving and finding that kill. Pretty big. First blood. I mean, not first blood, but at least getting that slowdown on Tomato. Again, very important to find this lane. And the Vanguard's almost done. When the Vanguard's up, Whitemon's not going to do as much there. You are relying more on the magical output of Tomato at that point with his spells. So it becomes much more manageable for our Doom. However, Whitemon does have the opportunity to rotate. You don't make it in time to deny away the Water Rune, as they are diving.
Yeah, they are indeed. Tomato just trying to run away. They do manage to actually find Ari in the top lane, but Whitemon is doing a very good job at just chasing down these heroes. Doing a lot of good harassment here on the Bounty Hunter. It will be enough to keep Tomato alive.
Forces out the self, but Tomato's more than happy to just stay in that lane. A rather even laning start, perhaps a little bit ahead in terms of CS for the side of TSM, as you are having fairly smooth starts across the board, although Execration are... Execration's actually above. Slight net worth lead running. They do get a tri-lane bot now.
I mean, yeah, that's super valuable, and they do take down the techies that continue to chase the Doom. Great fear backwards. Whitemon needs to be a little bit careful, as this Scorched Earth is doing a lot of damage, but they will be able to bring down the Doom here in just a moment. Beautiful body blocks from Ari. He takes both kills. That will be great for the game here of TSM. Really strong start here in the lanes. Meanwhile, top lane, Underlord needs to be careful. He is stuck underneath the tower here, taking a ton of damage from this, and Kasane gets punished for being that far up.
Yeah, no supports around to help. Underlord's a bit of a sitting duck without any assist early on in that lane.
They want to go mid.
Not enough mana to spam as well. Bob.
And they've trapped Bob for the moment. The question is, can they actually hold him long enough? He gets the swashbuckle away and into the Rolling Thunder. They need a couple auto attacks here, and instead, Bryle's just dead.
Oh my god. Bob. Playing on the edge. Gets the roll off. That's more than enough. And they're punished for that rotation. They lose their mid Ricky. Bob's still low, but he's getting some regen. Whitemon.
He was hoping to find Bob there. Does not end up doing so. So they get themselves a bonus kill, and this is really good for the mid Bango.
Pretty scary. He gets a double bottle refill as well with the 2 bounty runes still up there. So you're more than happy on Bob to just walk back into that lane. This early Orb of Corrosion giving him a lot and trying to manage that mid matchup. And Execration 4-5. Again, rather even back and forth. You're finding certain timings coming out here on both sides. Vanguard now up for Kasane as well. So Palos can't control the lane as easily, or try to get aggressive at least on that Underlord. But he can jungle. He's getting good creep pull back. He's got the illusions, and he can just kind of sit in those camps now if need be. I think that's really the big difference, whereas the Muerta, it's not as comfy in the camps. It's a little bit squishier. It needs the Maelstrom to really clear out. You don't heavily invest in the Gunslinger early on. So in a lane where the offlaners are doing well, it does favor Execration quite a fair bit there.
I feel like Kasane really struggled because, Whitemon stole the XP rune. But I was going to say, Kasane had a really good lane top and then ended up, with that death, really slowing himself down. They are going to be able to finish off Whitemon for being able to take that XP rune, but it does actually force Bob out of mid, which will give Bryle a little bit of space. And he's not going to go to the Meteor Hammer. He is just rushing Diffusal. So he wants to just play very aggressive.
I like that. I think it's a good read on, again, this playstyle that TSM has to take. Just run and gun, try to find these early kills, try to really utilize this good hold you have on Smokescreen, because there's no easy saves coming out here from Execration. Heck, even getting aggressive on Palos early.
Yeah, I mean, decent harassment. He definitely can't get this kill, but he will just continue to try and slow down Palos, chasing through the trees here. I mean, maybe with a second Blink Strike coming up off cooldown in a moment, he might be able to, but I don't see how. Yeah. Oh, you got the high five up. He knows which one is you, and the question is, can he get out a Blink Strike in one, hiding in the trees? Bryle is dead.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Whitemon with the DD? Wait a minute. Okay, well, Whitemon ends up securing the kill. Very funny stuff we've got going on here, but all in that time, Bob just takes mid tower, basically.
Yeah, gets to shove it in for free. No contestation coming out. They do manage to get a deny on Tomato down bot with Ari, as they did commit to Doom from Execration, but that's a little bit surprising from Bryle. I think that's he's been baited into these kill opportunities twice now, once in mid, once up top. Not the best feeling in the world for Ricky looking to snowball. He needs these kills to get into that diffusal blade timing that he's gunning for. At the least, again, you're finding some punch back here on TSM. You're not bleeding out too hard on Tomato, rather even on that word. No Doom now, but they'll try again onto the Muerta.
Yeah, they will indeed. Tino is not in a good spot, but the glimpse just pulls Muerta right back in, and she is gone. Still not level 6 here on the Bounty Hunter, so you do not have that track available. Shanks will fall on the backside here to Bryle, as he's going to make quick work of these supports. Gets a double kill, and the swashbuckle away here from Bob is enough, as they will all try and take the portal back top, and Kasane gets left behind.
Still a good hit and run coming out from TSM, and the aggression is what we want to see from this lineup. They're keeping track of Palos. They tracked the wrong one, but you should have the track up again to get the right one. Or not. All right.
He knows which one is not it now. That's the important thing.
True. You learn. You still learn, even when things don't line up.
Another dust comes out as they look for Whitemon. He does manage to just force the arcane rune to be taken, but does give up his life in the process. Ryle and Ari, as well as Kasane, are all kind of waiting here. He jumps onto the backside, tries to find the tech. He's a Pit of Malice doing some work, as he will jump right back on through. They do get the root here onto Bryle, and the swashbuckle doing a lot of damage. He's going to try and TP on home. Bryle needs to be careful. Kasane cancels the TP. He drops the Firestorm, and as a result, ends up denying to the neutral creep. Okay.
They tried to give the kill out. I think they were trying to hand it over to Bob, it looks like, and he just walks back wanting to clean up with the swash, but they get punished. Well, they miss out. And
you find the right Naga Siren this time, and she does not have a way out. That kill will go to Whitemon, as finally he gets his first track kill of the game.
And that's something you really want to avoid here in Execration. Once the tracks rack up, you're just going to be snowballing so hard. This entire lineup wants to hit this fast pacing. You need to mitigate that. They're going for a smoke play out, though. Bob does have the roll ready. So if they manage to catch out Tomato, could be one way of kind of compensating for that.
Ari's positioned here pretty well and is level 6. The Rolling Thunder is going to come through. Shield Crash comes out as well as Tomato will pop the ultimate, try and keep himself alive. The Doom also connects there onto the Rubik. So Tomato just going to be the first one to fall, as Ari will join him as well. But Bryle comes in and cleans up the Doom. The dust's coming through as well. Whitemon here as well gets the first track. Nice Static Storm onto 3, but the Heroes of Execration, they need to get out of here. This Whitemon will definitely want to chase these heroes down. Swashbuckle tricks the trade to dodge the glimpse, and Carlo might be in some trouble. Looks like they will just back. They're not going to be willing to chase. Okay.
Whitemon's still looking to poke, though.
Easy clap. Just 12 gold. Nice.
Yeah. It adds up, you know, the more right clicks you get out here. Whitemon just being as annoying as he can possibly be. They're still lining up for Bob.
I mean, yeah, he just finished up his defusal and tricks the trade here once again. Gets an invis rune off the telekinesis, pulls him back, but they had the detection, of course, thanks to the track. So what can he do there? Not going to be able to save you. And that is a nice kill for Bryle. He gets himself that extra 150 bonus XP in the process, so that is really valuable. As Whitemon continues to try and just throw these tracks out here behind the tower.
Just get aggressive. Like, all your heroes just enjoy the snowball. The EXP gains Bryle will find, and the gold you get from the tracks allows you to hit all these early timings, whereas Execration, they're playing a slower game. You know, Tino went back for the Midas, is going for the Blink, probably the Travels after. It's that Doom that we've been seeing recently, which does want to play a slower game. Same thing goes for your Naga, and to the Manta, probably the Hearth, maybe a Diffusal. So it's a waiting game for Execration. And all things considered, TSM finding these kills, the pacing is good. I don't know if they've applied enough pressure just yet.
Walk up onto the high ground. Shanks just gets blown apart, and Bryle looking for Tino does get him with the inhibit there, and he's going to slowly bleed. They actually don't have a way to cancel it. The Shuriken's not close enough. Whitemon, you got to auto path. That feels so bad. You definitely tried to like run down to throw the shuriken, but he just pathed backwards through the trees.
But does the shuriken still cancel? It's a slow now, right?
Oh, it's a slow. You're right. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it has to be Shadow Walk.
Yeah.
Can you still cast shuriken in the fade of Shadow Walk though? Like that? Is that still an interaction? That's
I think so. It has like a little bit of a fade time. Shanks comes up here just to get the XP rune. I don't know if it's worth it though. You give a lot more XP the other way.
Yeah, Bryle's almost 12. It's just stacking up. Execration has a good read as to where to farm safely. Paolo's playing that triangle. And another smoke play out here.
They're going top for Tomato. They give it the Static Storm and the Rolling Thunder out from Bob. That will bump him outside of that Static Storm, and Tomato can play off of it.
Oh.
And he still has that Pierce the Veil available. As Carlo will just walk away. Bryle does find... He just finds the Naga Siren farming. Yeah. Stolen Ensnare from Ari. That's quite good with the smoke screen.
Yeah, this is a rough one for Exa.
Ward Sentry will reveal this rotation as well.
They can keep being annoying. Whitemon just running up, loses a lot of HP with the defusal up on Bob on the swash, but again, this is the pacing TSM needs to play around. They're just getting these kills, racking up that EXP advantage, racking up the gold. Smoke out from Exedo with Shanks and Tino. If they do get a good use of the Doom here, could be big.
Ooh, Ari, yeah, gonna be found. Does again have the ensnare. We'll trap him, but the silence does come through. He misses the Doom with it, and Ricky, give me the target of that one. Clips way far back into the enemy team with the TPs coming in from the Bango. They've lost Bryle. It's so far a 2-for-1 as Paulo's trying to get active. The Song of the Siren comes through. They've got the vision here. They see the bounty, but they want Kasane's Underlord. And with Bob being here on the Pango, it should be pretty easy. Ends up missing the swash for a moment there, but Kasane can't get away. Just too many ensnares, too many roots. And he'll be able to grab a third kill. Very nicely done here from Execration.
Yeah, they get that big streak on Bryle. The gold bounce back is significant here for Exa. They get some early activity out from Palos. And I like this build he's going for. Into the Orchid, maybe the Blood Torn down the line, just more control, more fight to come out to give yourself some activity. Tino, though, not the safest, but is durable enough. You have to kind of watch yourself here. They have been able to give Tomato a lot of space, which again, this is exactly how Tomato likes to play, even though you could maybe take some activity here with a Muerta. Just wants to sit back, build up with a Maelstrom. Go into the BKB first. And once the Muerta does show up, you will have some problems in trying to deal with her. Her output is significant. And Bob?
Oh, mid lane. Both heroes silenced up, but Bob will be able to get away. He does have the trick. Ooh, he gets the... Oh, no, he only stole Swashbuckle. He stole too early. And they can't get out on Bryle. Kasane comes in, trying to offer some assistance. Just trying to hit his portal back to the other side of the map. And there is no way to cancel it. They're going to just channel themselves. Like, yeah, we can do this too, bud. Tino will come bottom.
Oh,
the rest of them will stay mid.
Yeah. Only Tino coming down. He does have the blink to bail out, so he's fine with that. Another bait play onto Bryle.
On him. Oh? He's just going to continue to be very annoying here on this bounty hunter. They don't have any damage for this. This guy is so tanky.
Yeah, too much. Just with a Vanguard up. He is just way too durable. Shanks, though, not as durable, but Whitemon is weaving himself in the middle of multiple heroes, so a lot of pings coming out, but not much coming out from that either. Again, for Bryle, this is a little bit awkward. Like, I do love the activity he's taking on the mid, but he's been baited a couple of times. He is trying to go all in. He did have his team behind, to be fair, but you have to be cautious as... You know, when you're killing around, when you're running around finding these kills, then you build up a streak. You die the one time, the bounce back potential is massive. Yep. They're just worth a little bit too much. So it's a mixture of finding these openings and also understanding when to not go for them.
Man, I really thought Ari got the Rolling Thunder in that last fight, but I think he just cast it a split second too early. Like maybe it didn't finish the Rolling Thunder. But it was very close. They're going to go ahead and take the Twin Gate to the top side of the map, and will they actually scout this out? Bryle, I mean, he's invis, obviously, but they don't have a sentry.
Might still find a.
I mean, they know they
easy
twin
pick-off.
gated up here if these heroes are here. Question is, will they want to fight?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We saw him for a moment. Whitemon.
Oh,
Sentry drops. In comes Bryle. He gets the static storm off, but there is a nice dodge there on that glimpse. Now, Whitemon is going to be able to provide a lot of information on the backside of this fight, and they're going to try and TP on out. The cancel, of course, from Whitemon, as they will be able to ground the techies. They don't get more, though, and that's the problem. It feels like you need to get more out of this.
Yeah, like you want to be able to just build up way more track kills, way more kills on Bryle to get that bonus EXP per kill for the Riki to really ramp into the 15 to 18 mark. The talent spikes feel massive for this hero right now. You're not able to. And again, for Execration, I mean, all the space for Palos. He is #1 on the map. He's going for the heart next on the Naga. Your illusion clear is... It's not quite there. Like, Firestorm's decent. Timado with a Maelstrom and Gunslinger can kind of help. But it doesn't feel like it's going to be enough. Although, Palos...
Yeah,
A freebie.
Palos just gets the freebie, of course. Ari, not much he can really do about the Naga Siren, right? He has the Orchid completed. This is kind of just your standard Naga Siren build at this point. And in the jungle, they've managed to find the Riki. He's trying to bring down the Disruptor in time. He gets saved, though. He's slowed up. He gets doomed as well. The BKB comes out from Tino, and Bryle is in so much trouble. They'll just go ahead and leave him. And the Glimpse is going to pull Whitemon right back in. The ensnare to follow, and it's going to be 2 kills now for the side of Execration. It's potentially a third, as Kasane just gets jumped on here by Tino. The Orchid comes out from Palos once again. They have the ensnare if they need it, and it's going to be able to connect. It does now buy him a little bit of space, but Bob, thinking of going for the Rolling Thunder, doesn't even need it. Instead, they turn their attention to Ari as they get the glimpse back.
What?
It's 4 heroes across the map.
That is... just streaming in one by one, TSM. They get punished. They don't manage to move as a unit all together there, and they get picked off one by one. The Orchid from Palos just providing that control that the Naga needs to soften them up as well. And for TSM, again, if they're getting space out for Timado, the Muerta is managing to farm. But I don't know. I don't know if the Muerta into the Naga is like the safest matchup, because I feel like the Naga on top of you just clears you out so fast. Again, you're a really squishy hero. Your illusion clear is dependent on Gunslinger procs and a good amount of Maelstrom procs coming out. And Palos is just going to be extra tanky when the Muerta decides to come in. Like, this BKB timing for Timado is still big, but it doesn't really answer your issues with Palos right now, as he already has the Reaver up.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. He's just 1,000 gold away from the Heart of Tarask, and it's going to be so difficult to deal with it. You don't really have any options to deal with this. Top lane, they are going to go ahead and work on the Tormentor picked up here for the side of TSM. Each team finishing their own, so Disruptor and Rubik going to be the winners there.
Yeah. The Disruptor shard is it's a funky one, but it's actually pretty good for scouting, isn't it? Like, you just drop it and just wait until there's an enemy unit that comes up. It can be pretty cool in kind of getting that done.
Whoa, that's new. I did not know that they changed the shard. I hadn't looked at that one.
Yeah, it shifted out. This is pretty cool for like scouting. I think that's the one thing the utility that Carl is going to be getting out of this one.
1600 cast range, huh?
Yeah, that range is insane. Can you imagine if you use it to scout for a glimpse?
I mean, that's what you can. That's basically what it is, right? 1600 cast range with that 1800 cast range glimpse. Like, that's basically what it is. It's like having it's like kind of torrent in my eyes is what is how I view it, right? You just like use torrent for vision to get X all the time.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of utility now for X to play with. Full BKB up on Bob as well. And in this game, you also don't have a direct Pango counter. So the rolls are always going to be impactful. Smoke out from Exa off the back of these item pickups. And if they find Timado, that would be big, but he does back off in the nick of time on the opposite side of the map, so not going to be able to find too much here.
All right. Well, yeah, smoke not going to really net them anything here, but counter smoke from TSM is they're going to just play for bottom. I mean, can you even go Roche? I think you can, but they'd have to do it very quick.
They get scanned out.
They do.
Nothing
And
from mid,
they're not
are
that
they?
far from the Twin Gate.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The problem is,
Yeah.
can you take the Twin Gate? Because that would be very scary. We'll see it if they start to channel it.
Radiant's top tower.
Both teams just kind of
Thinking
sitting
about
on the
it.
Twin Gate. They're going to try and come
Alright.
through right now. They know. As Whitemon is there. They managed to get the initiation, but the BKB's right away out from Tino, and he's caught Bryle on the Ricky. The Doom is there. Bob gonna try and chase these heroes in the backside. Bryle's just gonna get 1v1. Doom gets the kill. You've already lost your mid laner, and Bob is just gonna continue to crash on through to the backside. Tomato gonna stand his ground here with the Pierce of Veil, try to bring down these heroes. The Song of the Siren is there, but Tomato with the BKB will find his first kill, and Kasane does get a nice bit of malice onto Doom. Bryle with a great screen, catching them as they look for Carlo as well. It's gonna be TSM that come out ahead. The buyback from the Ricky ends up being super valuable, and that will open up this Roshan.
Now this is a super split up fight from Execration. They were fighting basically on two fronts. Stuck in the teleporter and down by the outpost. Too far apart for Bob to really get massive impact with the rolls. They didn't manage to fully connect on the blast off radius as well onto Tomato. He manages to stay alive long enough to pop the BKB. And with the Aegis going their way, TSM, they've got an opening for themselves here. It does cost... The buyback on Bryle's pretty big, but he can just pick up the Aegis himself. And for Execration, their one issue in these fights is they are reliant on that Doom, right? You Doom up, if you buy back, and obviously Doom's going to be down with no refresh, you just win. Like, you don't have that hard control for the Ricky to stop him from spamming out the Blink Strike, spamming out the tricks and the smoke screen. So you always have that utility on hand. Your Naga is tanky, but Palos can't take on multiple heroes by himself. Although he does have the full Bloodthorn up, which could help him in trying to get that done.
Bryle needs to be careful here. They catch him for the moment. Does get the silence off, and he tries to jump his way on over to this Techies. And Tino coming in on the Doom with the BKB pop and managed to grab the Aegis. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment, but you gotta kill this. You gotta kill this Ricky twice. They just dropped the Static Storm right on top of him. He needs help, but I don't know if he's gonna get it. Okay, never mind. He will be saved here by Kasane as the pipe does come through, reducing a lot of that damage. And Tomato standing here very aggressively on the front, still has that BKB available. They did buy back the Techies though. Tomato will get glimpsed. Does have Pierce the Veil, does have the ult available. Looks like they'll just back away. Tomato taking a ton of damage here, so no real reason to stick around as Execration. Don't want to risk it as well.
The Lotus Orb kind of stopping Phallus from fully committing on the run-up as well with a full Bloodthorn. Now you count your blessings. You don't lose too much there for TSM. Aegis, it does put you at a bit of a perilous spot where Bryle is not going to have buyback on cooldown for 5 more minutes. You don't get max use from your Aegis as well, and you didn't have to commit Doom on Execration. It was on cooldown from Tino. Has it up now along with the Octarine. So more uptime for that spell means Execration can try to go for more of these fights. See if they find an angle in. Just kind of invading that bot jungle at the moment. I think this pickup from Palos into the Shard, it's something I enjoy seeing, because that Song as a reset is massive. 4% HP healing over the duration of Song is a lot of healing. I like that he's actually just going to buy it himself instead of relying on the Shard. You know, your supports, no one's really buying their Shards here, so you're probably just never going to get it unless you drop your items, but still a 50-50 chance on that.
Radiant are scanning.
See, I know I'm the highest in net worth here, but let me just drop my items so I get the Shard. Thank you.
I love doing that sometimes. I mean, I'm a support player, but you know, when I'm playing offlane at least, I have a Shard I really want, and
especially when
you just kind of grief your supports. Yeah, and you know, no one knows. You know, if no one's watching, you drop your items out. It's like, all right, freebie for me. Haha. Stay poor, nerds. As the supports weep.
Ooh, an Enchanted Quiver for Tomato. He's actually holding on to the Grove Bow at the moment, which seems a little bit interesting. I feel like Enchanted Quiver is so good on this hero. It only gives you, 50 attack range as opposed to the 100, but that magic burst is nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot, and trying to find that quick kill, especially with a Ricky and a bounty. So I do appreciate that being picked up here by Tomato. The smoke, not going to be finding too much, although the pinks are out in Shanks. He bought back.
Well, they got vision for a moment. Ryle looking for his opening, and he's going to have it. Should be a pretty easy pickup here for the Riki. Unless he gets disarmed, he does not. So, manages to get the kill in time. Grabs that bonus XP. Bob here, however, has a gem. He will just back away. Does not want to risk anything here.
Play it a little bit safe. There's still a lot of fight on the side of TSM, and you know, Tino is still kind of farming up. He does have the travels to kind of come into these fights, but he is working onto the halberd. That's going to help you massively up against the Muerta. Just the disarms during the Pierce the Veil. All of a sudden, you're not doing the damage you want to be. You know, it takes away that big bite of the Muerta in these fights. Although
they found Bob. They got him this time. He's going to be able to BKB right away and jump away. So activates the shield rune as well, which gives him some nice left play around. Oh, there's going to be the initiation of Brow, but his BKB is a response. Carlo going to try and TP on out. Does he get the kill? He's able to hold him in place there with that Pit of Malice. So managed to make it happen. Bob here on the Rolling Thunder, seeing if he can find an opening. But instead, we'll just disengage. Where did this portal go to? Okay, it is over to Tomato. I was like, I'm guessing it's to bring their carry into this. Paulos, he gets found, pops that to Manta though, so he's going to be just fine, able to just get away. Dispels the track as well. They're continuing the chase though. They don't want to let Paulos out, but I don't think they really have enough control there to do that, so it's going to be just fine. Mid-tier 1 tower is still standing. Okay,
yeah,
they need
that's
to
pretty
deal
silly.
with this.
Should just fall now. And Execration not going to force that. Although they smoke off the back of this. They have Doom ready.
They're going to jump in. Tomato with the BKB. He gets the Doom off right away, though. The question is, can they stall this out? They need to be able to get Muerta to safety. Kasane is still very tanky. Shanks with a nice blast off catch at him. Drops a double mine with a telekinesis to save him. The swashbuckle on forward. The nets locking down this Underlord, and he's gone. Tomato, however, they've done what they needed. They stalled out that ult as Paulus just comes in with the Song and the Siren. There's no BKB. And so now, with Pierce the Veil completely spent, the opening here is a turn on to Muerta, and she's gone, baby. Ryle will TP to safety. Ari not going to be as lucky as he will burn here to the Doom. And it's a big win for Execration.
That is just huge. They bait out the BKB, Doom up, so you don't get the BKB plus Pierce the Veil. And again, even just the song to stall out the Pierce the Veil duration, it feels awful for the Muerta to fight without it. Like, you are not really a hero without that spell, at least when it comes down to dishing damage up front as the carry that you'd want to be. Execration, they poke and prod really well to bait out those item usages, and they just re-engage. That's them, you know, losing out a couple of heroes before that as well. They just know what to wait for, come back in, they've got the Doom, Tino gets the control going, he's got that full halberd that we were talking about up now, so more ways to control Tomato, which you've put your entire investment into here. Again, all these ways of just stopping the Muerta from hitting it, it feels awful.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even deal with that? Like, it's not a straightforward game for TSM, or at least for Tomato to kind of just stand there and be the carry that he wants to be now.
Brow's actually queued up the Aghanim Scepter. He does have the Manta done. I'm a little bit curious, like, what he wants to do with the Ags, because I don't know if it's actually going to be enough. I feel like Nullifier is just more value at this point, because they need to be able to actually secure kills. But, I don't know. Brow,
He has Doom.
they're going to be able to jump him. He does manage to get the BKB off, and there it is. The Doom ends up getting reflected onto Tino as Brow's looking for Carlo. He drops that Static Storm, the Eye. Well, they're going to be able to just put him to sleep. And the question is, can Browl get out now? He's got nothing left. Pops the Manta. The Rolling Thunder comes in. The Chain Suns are there. He's trying to hobble away, but no. Dead to the Techie's Vines for 90 seconds as they continue to look for more. Off the mark there with the War Stomp, though. And they're just going to take the Tormentor. Why not?
Not gonna take too long for them. Find a free shard now for Shanks. So he gets a little bit more with that reactive. Using it on your Naga as a bailout is pretty damn big. You also have the Hex for Paulus, which did do a lot in that last fight. You still have some worries, though. Like, Stolen Doom on Ari is concerning. And that can turn the fights really well if they use that spell on the right target. I'm not sure if Execration even saw it being stolen as well, because Tino was spamming a lot of spells after casting the Doom. So theoretically, he might feel like it wasn't taken away. So this could be a good revealing factor as they
They're
go for
heading
the
bottom.
Fiends Gate
They're
out.
looking for Tino. They've got him. The Blink Doom comes out right away from Ari. So they will find the Doom here, and that's a nice one.
Yeah. Get the kills they want, but Execration, they're still kind of clumped up for this fight.
They're thinking about it.
Only-
They just take the Fiends Gate back. They're like, nope, we're not fighting here.
Wipe them on?
They don't have their
No
gem
protection.
here, so...
Not able to punish Execration, though. I mean, they're still in control, 11k up. But these pickoffs do keep TSM neatly in the game. Are you not going to... Actually, might be able to get another Doom use off here. You should be able to. So theoretically, if they wait out the cooldown, they get that control again. It's going to be really awkward for Tino. Someone needs to kill off that Rubik in the back. Because Ari's just going to have a lot of impact in this. A few more seconds until the Roche respawn. It will turn to night, though, in half a minute. So
Dire's top tower
don't know if
is
it's
under attack.
really the perfect time to gun for Roshan, but they can clear it out fast with the Naga at the least.
Well, they're going to hold top here. Don't know what Tomato is doing.
It's going to walk. They're going to walk and meet at the Roche fight. What is this?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The TP's to the top lane. Roche, is he going to do an Uno reverse card and come back anyway? That's the real question. He's not. Okay, he's actually going into the Dire Pit. All right. The question is, are they set up here to start the fight?
Huh?
They get Tino. He's going to pop the BKB immediately. The Song of the Siren comes out. They're just chasing down Tomato. His BKB is going to be forced. The question is, can they actually turn this now on TSM? They've spent some big cooldowns. They don't have the BKB here on the Muerta, but there's no Song. The Doom is still available. He comes in, he gets silenced for the moment as Bryle's trying to just bring down this Carlo. No, he got him. The track's starting to go through as well. They've got the Nagasar, and they see Shanks on the techies. It's continuing to dance around. There's going to be the disarm, though, preventing Muerta from doing a whole lot here. They will just run down the Doom on the backside as Shanks will fall. Tomato finally getting to work, but Paulos trying to find his opening. He's surrounded. He is all alone. Can he actually get out of here is the question. He's got a Scythe. He's got a Manta. The Doom comes back off cooldown
no.
from Ari. He's looking for blood, man. But can they chase down the Nagasar and the buyback coming through from the Doom? He's in a silence of his own. He's got a Doom available, but he can't find his opening. They've got it. The Nagasar falls, and Ari continuing to chase. If they get Tito, it would be massive. A dieback on the Doom would be everything they could ask for, but it's going to be a buyback from Paulos instead. They want to find these heroes, but they don't have the catch. They all just disengage, and TSM find the fight of their lives. They will
That
just go
opens
to
up the
base
game
real
so
quick
much.
to reset.
I mean, Roshan's still open for the side of Execration if they want to try. It does feel like they have to.
They have no choice.
But-
Ryle,
but-
he's running back in. He finds the Doom. But they managed to get the Hex here for the moment onto Kasane. A big Static Storm onto 3. Bounty has to try to do what he can, but he gets the Doom onto Muerta. The disarm there as well. The BKB, they're just trying to chase him down, but he's on the run. Whitemon's still very tanky as Bryle's going to be able to take down Shanks. The Muerta isolated finally, though. The nice save, though, pulls him down to the low ground. The Hex finally, as the chase continues into the river, and they get Tomato. But you haven't killed the Ricky. The Song of the Siren might be enough to allow them to reset. Pango stuck in this net for eternity. He can't get out. Finally, Swashbuckler's away, but Bryle, he's got the BKB. He's chasing after Bob. He gets the silence. He takes him down. A triple kill now for Bryle as Paulos here on this Nagasar is very tanky. Whitemon trying to chase down Tino, and the dieback on the Doom. It would be massive if they can get it. They get the Pit of Malice down as well as Ari. He's got it in snare. He can throw it from downtown. They get an ultra kill now for the Ricky as Paulos is on the run all the way back to the base. The force that forward. Whitemon's found him. He's going to be able to get out for the moment. Turns it around here with the Hex onto the bounty, but they've got him trapped in the Pit of Malice with the ensnare. There's no way to escape. Shanks is back. He's going to try and save him here with a nice blast off, but they can't escape on the Nagasar for the moment. And pop the drums. He's trying to get away. He's got this track on top of Dispels with the Manta, but no mirror image. And Paulos, it's only a matter of time.
Wait, what?
Buybacks again? They managed to get him out. Bryle in trouble. Pango wants to get in. Gets the Rolling Thunder. Gonna try and chase down Kasane here. They don't have vision of the rest of these heroes. Dude, this fight has been going on for 5 minutes, dude. They
my
will be able to
God.
find Kasane. Paulo still just surviving through this all seemingly impossible, but makes it happen, and Kasane will give his life for the cause.
Oh, that is a very unfortunate series of events for Execration. TSM, they find these big openings. They drag them out. They've got all of the save from Ari. And someone has to kill this Rubik in the back. They're targeting on Execration. It doesn't feel smooth. They're just jumping these targets that they see as they come. But they're not hard committing the heroes they really have to. Which, it feels like it's a Rubik. The lift backs, the stolen spells have just been too huge. Palos has to watch his Song for Siren usage as well. And that kind of caused issues as they went through the gate. Tomato?
Tomato's just going in, trying to find his opening, looking for Paulos here on the Naga Siren, but doesn't get it. Kasane with the buyback, though, of the pit will track Shanks for the moment. Again, they're trying to just get this Naga Siren. That's the big kill. The BKB out from Brawl. He's going to try and chase him. The fear, but he's just getting too far away. This hero's too fast. They're going to be just fine for the moment, and that is a lot of spells committed from TSM. I mean, you'd pop the Pierce the Veil from Tomato. He still has the BKB available. But the reset from Execration, they're smoked up. They want to go in. They do have vision of this Tino Doom. Toronto pops the BKB. They're going to turn around onto the Naga Siren here once again. See if they can bring her down. They're doing some good damage, but is it going to be enough in time? He will survive, and the Doom comes out. They've caught Bryle on the Ricky. He's in trouble. Again. He's focused down. He's going to buy back right away. Shanks will be the next to fall as Whitemon sitting in the trees continue to stack up the damage, but Tomato with a triple kill. He gets them all.
My God.
They're all falling. Execration on the run as Whitemon gets the vision onto the Disruptor, the Force Staff on forward, and Tomato, give it, baby. The ultra kill, the second one of the game, is now with Execration all sidelined. They're going to go back for this Roshan before they go to the high ground.
Yeah, they've got the opening. Again, Execration.
Guys, it's bottom. They know this. It has to be bottom. Okay, there they go. They're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. They grab a gem and they leave a gem? The gem just stays. I think Whitemon tried to pick it up with a full inventory. The gem's just on the ground. But Execration, in these fights, just, it feels so forced. Again, they don't have this jump for the backline support saves. They leave Ari alone. He steals a Doom. Not even the most important thing that happens there, but just all this counter control, all this focus on the Naga, who's not comfy in building into a BKB, simplifies these fights in such a big way for TSM.
And look at the
now they've got the Aegis.
They just pull the whole team up. They grab the Roche, and they're like, all right, back to top lane, pushing. Kasane's got this wave here. Aegis for Bryle, since he did buyback once again in this fight, and Tomato will hold the cheese. And with this, they're going to be able to clean up these buildings. Dude, such a different build from Huerta from what we've been seeing, right? He's got Lincoln's Manta style. Not something that a lot of Huertas have been building. But this game, it's absolutely essential.
It's necessary. Yeah, he just doesn't get spell use out if he gets disarmed or doomed. So you really need that protection here. It does pay off. Just pushing into the high ground.
He's going to swamp that one in instead of the cheese, at least for now. Glimpse will find Kasane. He might be in some trouble here. Pops all the defensive items. He actually gets bonked out and saved. They're going to be fine. Bob just gets shredded by Tomato. Oh my goodness. Tino on the run. As he's going to be saved thanks to the taser. As Bryle jumps in super aggressively. Gets caught. But Ari with an axe, dude!
God.
You're kidding me. He's the real carry here, man. Holding them all in place as they run down Shanks. And Bryle now looking for more. Trying to chase the backside. Looking for this Doom would be nice. But they will be able to survive. He has no blink strikes left. And Tomato will get to work on these buildings. They have no fortifications left here on the side of Execration. Dude, a BKB Axe Doom from this Rubik. What a player.
Ari's been on point. Like we saw it in the last game as well. His positioning as the Coddle is massive. And in both games, Execration are having a hard time reaching into him. Just gets way too much out in the middle of these fights. They're going for the end. They know they're so far ahead.
I mean, they've got to end this game. Tino goes in. He does not have a BKB. He does not have Doom. Song of the Siren at the last possible second will get him out. But Huerta, she's got everything available here. She's backpacked the BKB, but just pops that ult, just starts laying into Paulos on this Naga Siren. He's on the run. The telekinesis pulls him right back in. No buyback. Techie's dead as well. And that might be it. Arlo trying to make his way into the base. He will survive thanks to the Ghost Scepter, but now Tino trying to get active once again, has the Doom, but it doesn't matter. It is all over. GG comes out. The TSM will end this game in a draw.
Yeah, they managed to recover. They clean up very nicely in game 2. They adjust styles, getting a little bit more aggressive out early, especially with Bryle. There were some really good counterfights coming out there from Execration. For quite some time, it felt like it was their game and it was in their control, but